Adam, having covered the Washington Nationals for many years, I'll ask you: is he finally becoming the player that the Washington Nationals kind of envisioned?
Yeah, I mean, I think even when he was going through like his struggles and he was injured for a couple of years, everything he was doing rate-wise was sort of like exactly what like the greatest players of all time do when they're 19, 20, 21. Like he was on that arc the whole time. I think people like want to compare him to like the best players of the game. They want to compare to Mike Trout. And look, like no player has been Mike Trout. Nobody at all in the league. And so yeah, I think this is basically like sort of the next logical step. And I don't think it's like people should not have like people shouldn't be surprised, or they shouldn't have not seen it coming. Like this is sort of the path that he's been on, even though he's been hurt and he hasn't been dominant the entire time he's been out there. He's been dominant for the age he was, for his place in the sort of baseball curve. So this is like just like the progression that he's been on the whole time.
Yeah, Neil, has he turned the corner, or is it just a little hot streak here, and he may kind of revert back to some of maybe the slower starts he's had before?
It's both. I mean, you need some good fortune to get those type of streaks in terms of home runs, right? The home run to fly ball ratio is high. That'll come back down. Yeah. But there's true improvement there. His walks have
leads the league in walks.
I mean, so he's walking more. I think pitchers are way more afraid to pitch to him, but he's compensating by doing really well on the outside of the plate. So there's legitimate changes there. And like Adam said, I mean, we're talking about a young kid. Chris Bryant of the Cubs is probably the most heralded prospect, and they're the same age. And here Bryce Harper already has Harper's younger, right? So Harper already has all these at-bats at the major league level and is going to start to come into his own. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of both, but there is true improvement there, and Harper's showing why he is rated as highly as he was.
Yeah, Clint, how do you fall on this? Has he finally become the player, or is there room for improvement, or is there a regression?
To me, I mean, I'm not sure how much more you can ask for here. I mean, I'm not sure how high the ceiling is going to get. I mean, obviously the guy's going to be a great player, but you talk about the age thing. This guy's a guy that changes the approach of the entire lineup, which I think is as important as necessarily anything that happens in any at-bat. If you've got a guy like that that can affect pitchers the way that he does, not just in terms of walks, but the types of approaches he takes at the plate, I mean, look, I don't know how good it's going to get, but if somebody makes a mistake, he hits it out at this point, and if he improves on the decisions he makes sometimes in the field and he continues to hit the way that he does, again, I'm not going to ask for a whole lot more from a baseball player just in general, and I don't think that there's anything to complain about on any level about corners turned or progress made.
Adam, let me ask you this. As we sit here today, is he the most feared hitter right now in baseball? The guy you least want to pitch to?
He's one of the toughest guys to pitch to for sure. I mean, the evolution has been the walks. I mean, you could sort of throw him balls out of the strike zone and he would swing at them. Now you can't do that anymore. Pitchers have seen that and they say, well, if we can't get him out chasing anymore, we got to throw it over the plate. And when they throw it over, he's sitting at 400 feet. So that's basically like that is like hitting at its highest level, like getting a good pitch, and then once you get that good pitch, doing damage.